Good morning, Bellingham. Today is Friday, May 1st, and we're running a D-Day schedule. My name is Sora Gomes.
And my name's Bernie Pierce. As always, we have a fun-packed show for you all today. Here are this week's top stories. We will show appreciation for our school food services workers.
We will hear from someone who can teach us a little about the meaning of May Day.
We have an Artist of the Week.
And we will hear some reactions on the mock crash that took place on Wednesday.
All of this and much more coming up on this week's episode of Hawk News.
Welcome back, everyone.
Happy May Day, everybody.
I'm Lucas Jordeo.
And I'm Jacob Barbero.
That's right. May 1st also refers to as May Day. The meaning behind the name is a celebration of workers throughout the world. We reached out to someone in the building who could tell us a little more about the history of the event.
Hello, my name is Ian Tyler, and I'm here with Mr. Jewards today. And I have a question for you, Mr. Jewards. What is May Day?
Well, May Day started as an ancient holiday back in Europe and was really celebrated to mark the beginning of spring. They had a parade and they had something called the Maypole that they danced around. In more recent history, it really started back in the late 1800s in this country. There was a protest, a labor protest in Chicago in 1886. They were protesting for a shorter workday, an 8-hour workday. Back then, it was traditional, 10-hour, 12-hour workdays were standard. So these workers were protesting for a shorter workday. And someone threw an explosive device, I think it was dynamite, into the crowd. And 2 people killed and several people injured. So ever since then, the labor unions in this country mark May 1st as what's called International Workers' Day. And it is a national holiday in many countries in Europe and Asia, not in ours. We, of course, have Labor Day in September to celebrate the American worker.
In addition to it being May Day, today is also Lunch Hero Day.
Well, it's a day to celebrate our food service workers here at the school.
Well, someone works very hard to provide us with the free breakfast and lunch we may take for granted every single day. It doesn't just fall from the trees. Nope. We decided to hear from some of you on how grateful you are for their hard work.
I appreciate the work they put into the food every day. I love the food there. Super good.
I'm just saying that they're doing a good job, and thanks for the free lunch and breakfast.
I wanted to say you guys are doing a great job with what you do, and I'm thankful for everything that you do for us, giving us free food, free lunches and free breakfasts and all that.
I just want to say thank you to the cafeteria workers for working so hard to make us, almost 2 meals a day, and I'm just thankful for all their hard work, and I like all the food they make. I just want to say thank you.
I just wanted to say thank you to the cafeteria staff for their hard work, and I really like their guild.
I just want to say thank you to the cafeteria workers for everything you've done for us and feeding us. And my favorite food to get from there is either the chicken patties or the pizza or the sandwiches. And yeah, thank you all.
It is once again time for our Artistic Segment show with the Artist of the Week, next to Miss Benson.
Today I'm with the Artist of the Week.
Emily.
Can you tell us about your painting?
So this is a close-up. I started by sketching it out and making sure it went off the painting. And then I did it with acrylic paint and started with the lighter colors and then moved into the darker colors. And I ended it with these little parts in the front.
No. Were there any challenges?
I would say probably mixing the colors to make sure they were accurate and doing the darker streaks.
Nice.
On the petals.
How long did it take?
Probably 3.5 weeks because I was procrastinating. But yeah, I finished it today.
Looks good. Thank you for being on the Artist of the Week.
Thank you for having me.
Students in wellness class this week took a nature walk with a purpose.
That purpose was to clean up the trails. The students got a little exercise and did a good deed in cleaning up the environment for all of us to enjoy. Here's a short video of what the students accomplished. Thank you for your work.
picking up trash. So we're going around and we're picking up trash and we're putting them in bags to clean up the city or town. All right, we went on nature walk, and as we were walking, we picked up some trash. So here's what we got just from today. It makes me feel good, and I hope it makes us students feel good that we helped clean up not only our town, but the environment itself.
Prom is just around the corner, and with that comes the yearly sobering event for seniors.
We are referring to the Mock Crash. This is an event put together by a variety of agencies in our community to educate students on responsible decision-making related to prom. We heard the reactions from some of those involved.
I thought it was very interesting and impactful. I wasn't going to drink and drive before this, but I'm certainly not going to drink and drive after. It's very realistic, I have to say, and it sort of blurs the line between reality and performance. So I thought that was kind of interesting and certainly haunting.
I think it was very impactful. I learned a lot from it, and it really spread awareness about drunk driving.
I think it was very impactful and like very useful. Just kind of show people like the dangers of it.
I think it was really impactful because of like we all know like what the consequences are on drinking and driving, but when it's like actually physically shown to us, we see how like dangerous and how scary it can actually be, especially people that we know.
I think it was very impactful and helpful for the students driving after coming back from prom or after wherever they go. So it was really helpful.
I think that it is extremely important because the culture that we live in is very centric on, I think, excessive and in many cases underage consumption of alcohol and other things. I think that unfortunately, and I was probably guilty of this in high school, not of the underage things, but of this feeling of invincibility, where I think a lot of high school kids think it's not going to happen to me until unfortunately it's too late, and it does. So I think the importance of it is to recognize that the problem exists, and I think to show kids that this could be the reality without it being the reality. We do the crash, then we do a medical scene, we do an arraignment of the drunk driver, and then we have the actual parents of our victims who do a legitimate eulogy. And we have a funeral home that brings caskets. So we try to make it from start to finish as thorough as possible, and I think hopefully for those, if we can maybe stop one kid or numerous kids from making that bad choice, especially in a time with Uber and Lyft and all these other services, just make the right call. Call someone. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to do that.
Hub Nexus Sports, the best segment of all time. This week's sports reports on the World Cup, which is coming up this summer. For that, we have Victor on the studio. Victor, are you ready for some football?
Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Jacob. Today we're going to be talking about the World Cup, and the qualifiers for this World Cup is Brazil and Morocco, and today we're going to be talking about how far they came to be able to come into the finals and be able to perform at their best even when things seem to get hard. Preview for the summer is just watching the World Cup and enjoying and being able to see the best out of all these athletes and being able to see how incredible they are to perform in the World Cup. I think Brazil's going to win the World Cup against Morocco, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to get to the finals. They're looking really good this season.
And we're going to be talking about their track meet. Jay, want to talk about it?
Yeah, the boys won and the girls lost.
Oh yeah, again, want to talk about your 200 meter?
I came in first. I had a nice celebration. And yeah.
You guys got any news about the last lacrosse game?
Yeah, we lost. We're 0-10. Yeah, we sadly lost by 1 point.
Well, you guys score any goals?
Yep. Hopefully today because we have a game. Come support. Yeah.
Well, that concludes our show for this week.
We'll leave you our quote of the week. It comes from us, from the late Nelson Mandela. He said,
It's always seemed impossible until it's done.
Here we go.
Well, have a great weekend, everybody. be sure to get outside and enjoy this nice weather.
Don't forget to subscribe to our Hawk News channel below in the corner. And see you all next time.
Thanks for watching.
Stay classy, BHS. Goodbye.